Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever heard of fake cleaning? Fake cleaning. It's real. I mean, it's really out there. Who likes to clean a house? But you have to do it, right? So I'm going to tell you, this is an article that's found through homesandgardens.com, and it really caught my attention. So it's how to fake clean a living room, 8 cheats for a fast fix. So unexpected guests coming by, you never know. You know, like we were in our living room on Sunday and somebody just came by the house. So you never know who's going to be just dropping in on you, you know. And if your living space looks just a little bit lived in, which I don't mind, I mean, it's okay with me, but sometimes it's a little too much lived in. So I'm going to give you some tips right here. So if you don't have a whole lot of time, I'm going to show you what you can do. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I really like this. Maintain quick ways to declutter. So one of the best decluttering tips experts recommend time and time again is to nominate one living room storage item. Okay, whether it's a lidded box or a piece of furniture onto which you can quickly hide everything. Just have it ready, and it's something you put like your remotes. Like we have 3 different remotes on our television set. So it can be something like a remote, or it can be your shoes, your mail. I mean, who other than me kicks off their shoes when they come in? And so I've got like a pile of shoes, and it drives me crazy. So the first thing I do when I come in, there go the shoes. Right there in the living room. So just find a spot where you can put stuff in. Some people have, and I've done this before, so our coffee table has a lid to it, so you can actually pull up the lid and like throw stuff in there real quick. And then when you got it, I was like, where's the remote? Oh, I remember. I threw it in the the top of the ottoman, or I threw it on the coffee table or whatever. But it's really neat to have something like that really handy. So let's talk a bit number 2. Okay, number 2 is fluff up the sofas, the cushions, and the throws. So this is like the very first thing I do. Okay, so in the mornings, I never know who's going to show up because I tape in my studio, which is actually located on the farm. And so who's going to show up at any given time? So the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, brush my teeth, fix breakfast, what have you. So while I'm waiting on other things, I go ahead and fluff up the pillows. And from watching television, we'll, like put the throw over us and whatever. So I'll go ahead and get the throw, fold it up, put it on the couch, fluff up the pillows, put them. That's one of the first things I do when I get up in the morning. So let's see what the author says right here. Living room sofas see a lot of use. That's true. So it's normal for them to look a little flat or maybe well loved from time to time. Give your sofa a quick fluff by using your hands to lift and smooth out any wrinkles or creases in the cushions and the throws. So if you have time, consider quickly cleaning a couch by running a soft, slightly damp cloth over cushions and arms to remove dust or light marks, or use a handheld vacuum attachment to clear crumbs or piling from fabric sofas. Yeah, really easy to do. Now this is a real good one right here. And this one is to add a fresh fragrance. So one of the first things guests noticed about a home is the way it smells. And that's why people say when you are selling your home, have a candle going, have some kind of fragrance going on in the kitchen, make it smell like apple cinnamon. It just sounds more, it just feels more inviting that way. So you can invest in the best home fragrances to give your home the illusion of a clean living room. So there's a candle I sell, and it's called Crisp Cotton. And it just smells good. It smells clean. It smells inviting. Some people don't like florals. Some people don't like, food scents, that kind of thing. But you can always please everybody with clean cotton, crisp cotton, whatever you want to call it. But it smells like fresh, like you've had the clothes out all day in the sun. It just smells good. So it can make it feel just a lot more inviting. Now you can use a diffuser with essential oils or a scented candle. And by the way, I love, if you want a candle to last a long time, get either beeswax, which I make, or you can also get the soy candles, which I also make. They just last longer. You can get the little tea lights. They're going to last about 12 hours. some 8 to 12 hours. And or you can get a paraffin candle, which is the little tea lights is what I'm talking about. Now the paraffin's not going to last near as long, about 45 minutes. So I opt for beeswax and for the soy candles. Oftentimes, room sprays and air fresheners are really strong and can bother guests with allergies, so be really careful about that. But an essential oil diffuser lets you control the amount of scent and gives you a more subtle, clean smell. So that's just another great thing right there. Okay, so let's talk about this one. Run a cloth over lampshades and window ledges. So if you're fake cleaning a living room for the last minute, just like at the last minute, then you'll likely not have time to clean properly. Instead, when the time permits, use a damp, not wet microfiber cloth to run over the most obvious surfaces just to pick up the dust. So dusty windows and lampshades, I mean, really, think about this. So I love shades, but I don't have them on every window. They're hard. I mean, I just don't have that kind of time to clean shades all the time. So it just makes it look really dirty. So a quick wipe down on these surfaces makes a huge difference. Now, for fabric lampshades, it's best to use an upholstery attachment to vacuum the dust up first before you wipe down, because I've done this before. Okay, so I've got a little dust on the lampshade, and I go on ahead and I start trying to clean it with a cloth. It's going to smudge. It's going to look really terrible. So again, just like she says, going ahead and use the vacuum cleaner attachment first, then wipe it down. Okay, number 5, and I think this is a good one. Shake out rugs. Go the extra 5 minutes. Go an extra 5 minutes and just plain old vacuum them. I mean, that's going to turn out really good. And don't you love that rug? I think that's pretty. It's got the stripes and it kind of puts a little contrast there. But shaking rugs out into the backyard will save you vacuuming when fake cleaning a living room. But running your vacuum only around the most traveled areas, such as walkways, can really help refresh the floors, removes the dust, and picks up any small bits from carpets that guests might feel beneath their feet really quickly. Now, my guests like to actually come in and take their shoes off. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back, you hear? Well, that's what happens here at this house. So my friends who come in, they start taking their shoes off. They just like to walk through the floor and what have you. But you don't want them to feel grit, because we live on a farm. Okay, so it's so easy when you come in and your grit is all over the place, especially when it's been raining here on the farm. And I've got that sandy soil. That's why we have raised gardens here. And it's like quicksand. So I have to wear rubber boots outside when it has been raining. But sometimes you're running in a rush and maybe you track in stuff. That's just going to happen on a farm. I've noticed my house, I have to sweep a lot more often now than I did when we were living in Charlotte. But if your house gets really dusty, easily vacuum only the living room, the carpet, the entryway carpet, if you have one, especially if you have pets. Now, that's another thing. Okay, this is the time of the year where they're shedding their hair. Hair gets everywhere. So what I like to do, this is a Donna tip right here. If you'll get one of those hairbrushes for animals, and they have really stiff bristles on them, they're kind of like plastic. If you'll brush your animals, like we only let the cat in. So Greenlee comes in, and thank God he has the short hair. I don't know what you do when you have long-haired cats. So if you'll just brush them off, you'll find a lot less hair on everything. So if your house gets dusted really easily, vacuum only the living room carpet and the entryway carpet. This will make things look cleaner, especially if you have last-minute guests, and you won't have to vacuum every single nook and corner. So a good cordless vacuum cleaner works wonders for cleaning tasks such as these. So though if you do have pets, they do recommend you look specifically for vacuums with pet hair. There's definitely a difference in that. Okay, we still got time, so let's go ahead and talk about this one. So clear clutter off of tables, but leave dressings like plants. I like to have a nice plant sitting on my coffee table. I just think it looks great. It looks really inviting. So living room coffee tables and side tables should be accessible when guests are coming over. So move any excess decor, clutter like empty drinking glasses and plates, or maybe books and magazines. Just get those out of the way. So it's a good idea to ensure that side tables are within arm's reach of sofas. A little movable round side table looks amazing. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? in clusters of 2 or 3 next to a sofa, and often comes in slightly different heights. And so we like to use those everywhere, as they have quirky little characters that are so versatile in any space, says Camilla Clark. She's the creative director of homesandgardens.com. So consider leaving coffee table, books, and plants behind. However, to make a feature and keep a coffee table styling, intriguing, dress tables to impress, she says. We love to add oversized arrangements of green foliage on top of consoles or tables just to freshen it up. Another thing I like to do with my flowers, and I have fake flowers. Sometimes I'll get some in when we, during the summertime, and put my tiger lilies out or something, put them in a real pretty vase. But for the biggest part, I just leave them. I leave the fake ones out. So this is how you can dress it up and look really pretty. You can go to the Dollar Tree, which is one of our sponsors. Dollar Tree, you'll spend $1.25 for this. But these are these really neat lights, and they last a long time. They're like little fairy lights. And I like to put those inside my flowers. And you can put, that works on the battery. I think it's a AA battery. And I mean, I've had one that has been on, I haven't even turned it off. So it's been on for at least 2 months. So I love that idea. And so I'll get it and I'll put it around my flower arrangements, and everybody always notices, and it just looks clean. It looks really clean, and it looks really inviting. Okay, ensure good lighting. So we're getting to that part right here. And I think that would be this one right here. No, that's not it. Where is it? Did I not put that one in there? Okay, I guess I didn't do it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so ensure good lighting, either natural or artificial. I think that's a good tip right there, because if you have a dark room people walk into, I don't know, it doesn't look as clean. It's just a lot of fresh lighting coming in. So living room lighting is not just functional, but it helps make a large living room feel cozy and inviting too. So at night, switch off the overheads and switch on the table lamps. And during the day, throw open the living room curtains to flood the space with natural light, just like that one does right there. Now, in my dining room, we have the sliding glass window, and it faces south, and it lets a lot of light in. Now, the only thing about that living room is I can never host a show in there. It's too much light. My camera just drinks it in. So during the day, throw open those living room curtains to flood the space with natural light to help boost the mood and make the space look welcoming. So table lamps don't always have to be task-oriented, reminds Scarlett Hampton. She's the co-founder of Lights and Lamps. She says, our chocolatey toned Avera and Nitera come with a top diffuser to soften the light cast, or the Orta table lamp has a brass shade that focuses the light down to the table, and so it casts kind of a moody shadow above. And don't you love the cushions there? I really love those. It looks like probably hair on leather. I have some of that. I'm going to have that in a show sometime pretty soon. I'm going to show you how to make cushions this is from leather that I have found on sale, and I'm going to explain to you how to do that. Oh, let's go ahead and cut into a commercial break. I'm sorry, I always run out of time every time I'm talking to you. We'll be back in just a few minutes. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park, and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back! The My Pillow guy!
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a My Pillow or not, you need to get the brand new My Pillow 2.0. Call or go to mypillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Okay, we're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of The Edge on IAC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You know, you can find us on television as well, Channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We are talking about fake cleaning. Fake. I mean, when I saw this, one of our listeners sent this article to me. And that was Anita who did that. Anita, when you sent that, I was like, fake cleaning? I really got to look at this one. So let's talk about number 8. And we're still going to talk about fake cleaning, okay? So these are like really quick, simple things you can do. Somebody calls and they say, I'm just 30 minutes away. I'll be there in just a few minutes. These are some wonderful things you can do to hurry up and spruce everything up really quick. So let's talk about number 8 right here. Okay, so this is straighten the curtains and the blinds. You'd be amazed, especially if you have cats. Cats are always going to want to try to get into the blinds, right? So if you'll just, there's something about seeing the blinds that the cat has been to, or maybe you've bumped into, I bump into them all the time. And I don't know, it just doesn't look clean for some reason. I don't know what the deal is about that. So alongside a messy couch, uneven blinds, and poorly drawn curtains are probably the most likely to make your living room look untidy. And because everything needs to be a clean line, right? So simply straightening them out will make your room feel instantly more orderly looking. Okay, so that is just really, so what gets overlooked when you are fake cleaning a living room? What gets overlooked? Well, it's very fake cleaning a living room, but if you forget to shut the doors leading off to another room, like we don't have halls in this house. And my grandmother was just that way about halls. She said, that's wasted space that I can use in the living room and in and I get it. I totally get what she's saying. However, offset, you go into my living room. That's the first room you're going to hit. Then right ahead is going to be my music room. It's got my baby grand Phil's music equipment and all that stuff in it. Then you got the little hallway. It's a small one, so it divides the closets, the 2 closets up. Then you're going to see the kitchen, which is where everybody congregates. Everybody loves the kitchen. Now, as you're walking into the living room and you step into the music room, look over to your left, that's the bedroom. So I've got to always make sure the bed is made up every single morning, just in case somebody comes in. My grandmother used to say there's nothing worse than an unmade bed. And she just drilled that in my head. So I feel like every day we've got to have that bed made up, simply because she chose to make sure that this house had no big halls in it. And so here is something that can be overlooked. So all well, fake cleaning a living room, but if you forget to shut the doors leading off to another room and neglect to quickly organize your entryway, all the hard, if brief work you've done will be wasted. Because the mother-in-law test, you know what I mean by the mother-in-law test? Some of your friends are like mother-in-laws. Absolutely. So check under furniture for discarded items like pet toys, your kids' toys, discarded socks. There is somewhere, and we call it the black hole, somewhere socks go, and sometimes we just don't have mates. Sometimes it's just that we've taken the socks off and they're under the couch or whatever. The misplaced remote control, these may not be visible when you do a quick fake clean, but guests will notice them. And when they sit down opposite them, they are gonna know. All right, so while we are talking about fake cleaning, let's go to another one, and I really like this one. This is from marymaids.com. Who would know better than people who clean houses for a living? So here we go. I think we have time. Yeah, we do. We have plenty of time. Okay, so this is how they say you can fake clean your house in 15 minutes. So you're relaxing at home, sipping coffee, and again, somebody calls and they say, we're just 15 minutes away. We want to come see you guys. Well, I love to have guests coming over to the house. But sometimes I just haven't cleaned it up, okay? I mean, it's not dirty. It's just that it's cluttered. And Phil's good with it. He always says, what's wrong with the house? And I'll go, are you kidding me? It's cluttered. And he'll say, but it's clean. And I'll say, but it's cluttered. So number 1, rally the troops. This is what you want to do. First things first, if you have family members that can help you, call them front and center and start delegating tasks for them to do. Now, here's a tip. If you have very young children, make sure you give them age-appropriate chores so you're not going to have to be like right behind them, supervising them, telling them what to do. So such things as putting their toys away or wiping down bathroom surfaces. Number 2, clear your countertops and pick up floors. Okay, that's number 2. Countertops are some of the most cluttered places in the home, especially mine, because every single room, I have a studio, get this, I have a studio, but the whole house is a studio. So if I'm making something, I'm going to have a bunch of stuff in the kitchen. way it goes. Sometimes I put stuff in the dining room, and sometimes the shows are from there. And then, sometimes things are in the den. Sometimes things are actually in the music room. For the most part, it is here in the studio, but who knows, sometimes. So countertops sometimes get overlooked. And discarded shoes or stacks of papers in boxes. You had the mail come in, you got a bunch of junk mail. You meant to throw them in the trash, but there they are, cluttered on the countertop. Now is not the time to sort, okay? So rather you want to toss everything into an empty laundry basket. I have this big trash can I got at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop for like $1. So if somebody's coming over, I throw everything in that trash can because it's big. I mean, it's about 3 foot tall, maybe a little bit shorter than that, but somewhere around 3 foot. So I can just toss stuff in there instead of throwing them in the closet, because if I throw them in the closet, things going to get cluttered. It's going to be like a total mess. So this is what I do. And then you can sort later and put everything up. Okay, now number 3, close the doors. Out of sight is out of mind. So if your kids' room looks like a toy factory, or if your living room looks like a toy factory, exploded, or if you didn't bother making the bed or picking up your discarded yoga gear, all you have to do is shut the door. Number 4, clean what you think they'll see. So most likely your visit will take place in one room of the house. So you want to focus on that area during your quick house cleaning. In addition, you should clean a bathroom because somebody's going to have to go potty, right? And but get the cleanest one if you have more than one. Here are some areas to keep in mind if you want to figure out how to clean it fast. Now, entryways. Your entryway or your foyer is one of the first areas your guests are going to see. So give it a quick tidy up. The following things are what you can do. Organize the shoes on the shoe racks. Straighten coats that are hanging. Toss clutter in a laundry basket and store that in a closet, by the way. That's why I like my walk-in closet, because it's real fast. I can throw stuff in it and shut the door. Quickly wipe down any table surfaces with a microfiber cloth. I love those. God created those things. I'm telling you, I love microfiber cloths. Run the vacuum on the entryway floor and the welcome mats. That's another thing. Outside, I've got my Trump for President mat. And so first thing I do when I know people are coming over, I get the broom and I start cleaning that mat off. Because again, we're out in the country and nobody wants to track in your dirt because you didn't clean it up. So that's another thing I do. We've got time. Bathrooms. It's almost certain now that a guest will need to use your bathroom when they visit. So make sure you don't skip these steps when fake cleaning the house. Number 1, pull the shower curtains. I always do that. Pull the shower curtains shut, okay? Or the doors closed. Hit the bath mats with a handheld vacuum if they're dry. Okay, only if they're dry. Put out fresh towels. I always do that. Get your dirty towels, throw them in the dirty clothes. Get fresh towels out. And this is why do husbands do this? Phil does it. Okay, so he'll get like the oldest towel I've got and put it out there. And I'll say, honey, make sure you get the My Pillow towels and put them out, okay? My Pillow with Mike Lindell. So he always does that now. Pick up clothing or discarded towels from the floors or the door hooks. People see those. Clear toiletries from your vanities and counters and stash them under the sink. Wipe down the toilet top and the tank as well as the sink bowl, counter, and faucets. Give the toilet bowl a quick scrub. Okay, this is the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I had never heard that term, fake clean. Now we both know. Fake clean your house, so you don't have to worry about scrubbing it down. You can do that later. But fake cleaning. Thank you so much for watching The Edge. My name is Donna, and I'm your host. I'm honored to be your host of The Edge. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget now that podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. Thank you again so much for watching.